This is a very good speech. I mean, it's absolutely correct. There are no arguments that can be brought up to justify the oppression and subjugation that Prop 8 was placing on people. I don't know about everybody else, but I really do feel about that to each his own. And as long as you don't step on my toes, you can walk anywhere you want. It basically comes down to this. I can agree or disagree with the action of something. I can support it or not support it. But I don't have the right to bust the whole Constitution and just try to use a majority to do that. You have to go and change the Constitution itself. But you can't make up laws that absolutely walk all over civil rights of one group, one group only. And it's not right. You're absolutely correct. Great speech. I'm so glad it was overturned. What I don't understand is this stay, this temporary stay or whatever it is. It's like you make a decision, you've made it, you've overturned it, it's overturned. So let them go ahead and get married if they want to. The only part about all this that I don't understand, and I really don't know, because as an atheist, it's hard for me to even. It's hard for me to know how someone really feels if they really truly believe in the delusion of the God thing. If I can't I don't get it. I cannot understand how a human being can look at perfectly great empirical evidence and come to a totally different conclusion, or be so indoctrinated as to throw away reality and rationale. I don't get that anymore. I don't get it. But they use whatever they can to. I mean, the right. I'm gonna say the right way because that's basically who it is. And like you said, name one thing that will change your life if I marry a man today. Tell me one thing that's going to make your life less comfortable than it is now. At as a direct result of my marrying another guy. You can't do it. And it doesn't matter. Like the guy said, they started with blacks, blacks and whites, black on black, blacks and whites, Christian and Jew, Catholic and Christian, Catholic and Jew, whatever. Human beings tend to discriminate. They're greedy, selfish, discriminatory animals. Excuse me, I must quench my thirst. I'm not done yet. I gotta go. Not only that, but I love it. And I wanted to remind America that this might show a lot towards the military's DADT, don't ask, don't tell. Because in good conscience, no CO should be able to order any soldier to do that. Especially at West Point or Annapolis, where your whole training is divided to focused on leadership, because you're going to be an officer, a leader of men, not a follower. So you have to be able to cope and comprehend and understand. And when you tell a person that their integrity is on the line, that they're not allowed to lie, I mean, you're going to be a soldier representing your world, your country, and we want you to be proud and don't swear in front of other people. So try to keep it cool, and yet we turn around and actually tell them to lie. They're saying, well, because there's as much in omission as a lie as there is in the actual lie. In other words, if you omit the truth, you don't even wash over it or whatever. It's just as bad as lying, because you knew, you had the information. It should have been edified. It should have been disseminated. But no, I'll do it. But let me tell you something about that, because this Prop 8 thing and allowing, these different states that are actually starting to allow same-sex marriage, it does relate a lot to the don't ask, don't tell thing, and hopefully that's, we're really working on that. That's going to change too, because that was one thing that really struck me is that the young Asian young man who was kicked out of West Point and was going through court martial because of don't ask, don't tell, and he was saying that he was always taught that a lie is a lie, no matter how much omission. Even if you leave out a little teeny bit, that's a lie. It doesn't matter. He said, and then they turned around and told me that I have to suck my pride and integrity up and really just not say anything when I'm asked questions about this or that. There's times when what do I do? Someone asks me, "Do you order me to lie? Is that what it is?" He couldn't. He couldn't come to grips with that. He didn't get it. Just like I don't get California, of all states, actually getting a majority of people together to ban same sex marriage. Unbelievable. But you heard my answer, so go out there and be some humans. Arnold, it's called executive order. Right? But what? Wait a minute. I'm going to get back to. I do tend to digress. Sorry, it's my age, and I take medication and stuff, including medical marijuana. There is some short-term memory loss, but not much. As long as I've been doing it, I think I do rather well. Anyway, my point I wanted to bring up, one more point I wanted to bring up was, you know, about the don't ask, don't tell thing and gays in the military. See, people seem to forget that in the Revolutionary War, the guy that came and saved our army and gave it the strength and wherewithal and endurance and the ability to be an army, actually act like an army and win, was Marshal von Steuben from Prussia, who came and asked for work from General Washington, our commander in chief at the time. The guys were starving and destitute. They didn't have very good weapons. They weren't clean. They didn't know how to march. I mean, it was just crazy. They were eating leather, shoe leather, to stay alive and stuff. So this von Steuben comes in and man, he smooths them away, gets them into guerrilla units, teaches them how to do tactics and strategy and such. Teaches them how to dig latrines in the right place, how to keep their food clean and such. When they do where they put the galley and everything as a direct result of where they put the latrine and such. A part, all those things that are in the regular Army code of uh, military justice, whatever it is, how you be as a, that was all his idea. Written down. He wrote it all, and so we go by his uniform of a military service. But we go by his. The funny thing about that is the guy was kicked out of Prussia and off of their army because he was gay. Yeah, the nation had turned so Catholic they of all places they freaked out. They kicked him out. So he was looking for work, and all he knew was military. And he knew we had a war going on, so he came over and offered his services as queer as a $3 bill. And if it weren't for him, we wouldn't even be sitting here doing this. I wouldn't be. Because my family came directly from Canada. They were loyalists. Yeah, I know, it's kind of weird, but that's what it is. Not on my dad's side. I think that's different. Anyway, that was my point. I just wanted to make that point that uh, this whole thing about keeping gays out of the framework of American life is just stupid. I don't understand why you keep trying to do it. It's just as bad as the Christians trying to force their religion on us and our schools. Not the Muslims and the Jews, but the Christians. It's just crazy. Good afternoon. Who am I? I'm just an earthling. We'll see you later. Where? Huh? Oh, I'm in Portland, Oregon. This afternoon.